season. Austin Hayes is in left field. In center, it's Cedric Mullins with Jordan Westburg. The Orioles led the American League with 101 wins this season.
Could have gone their way. Pitching did not make it happen. They have had the lead for a half a...
Gunnar Henderson stands in, and off we go with ball one from Evaldi. 22-year-old rookie takes ball two. Is 2-0. It's designed to be. And in center field, Tavares. And Evan Carter has had. Cedric Mullins is certainly due. And John, you were talking about
in the first pitch.
Takes down the middle. I mean, it's a weapon that he's waiting.
And you need to shock somebody at some point in this game. He needs
some fires in 0-2 and misses inside. Warriors obviously feared the worst. He gets a chase on a
split. It takes the pressure off the fastball and the height of his fastball. The reason he doesn't have
here, Lee Kitty just on a first pitch curveball and has a base hit.
Nathan Evaldi, and he'll show a backdoor curveball to left-handers to get strike.
And Brandon High was hoping they did carry some of the momentum from that here. And an RBI both games so far.
Shake his head. If it's a left-handed curveball getting to their back foot, where Evaldi,
the better he gets. His 0-2. He'll swing on and miss. Bat for the first time with this lineup. Simeon, Seager, and Garver is on the line for the Baltimore Orioles. They turn to the 27-year-old Dean Kramer, who's been
17 of those 32 starts, 11-0, and this is what he's going to on either side of the zone to be successful.
When you're facing a lineup that is
challenge you, knowing how good they are, you must establish your fastball early.
Marcus Simeon leading things off. Marcus Simeon 10 home runs. Kramer caught off by Malka.
You're facing a great team. You see all the numbers. You see all the gaudy numbers. Made him pay.
How about this guy, Johnny? You've talked about how nothing was more frustrating for you.
That's why they've been so good.
Goes after the first appearances this postseason. 1 ball, 1 strike. A World Series MVP. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. A home run this year for Seager. 1-0 Rangers and strike one on Garver.
Rocking chair hitting a home run.
0-2 on Garver.
And uses his hands, and again, if he stayed healthier, he would be.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Garver. 40 games, he hit .327. 2-2. Largest steal in franchise history. Garver sends one way up.
And they're going to try to get that target right there, right? And as soon as he's fading away from the left-hander.
Strike on Garcia. And the wrong
run is not the end of the world. Going and
Kramer served up his share of home runs during the season, but got a lot better at keeping the ball in the yard. Roxon fires in 0-2. Garcia, and he's got a 2-out base hit.
Kind of not an end of the world pitch, meaning it wasn't a bad pitch, but it allowed a long game for the Orioles.
Evan Carter. Time's up. Make it 13 out of 18 for the amazing.
Well, they're a confident offense, as you can imagine, and they love.
2-on-2 out for Jonah Heim. The all-star catcher takes ball one.
30-40 feet from left field line and right field line. You see how it says on the fence.
Yeah, and it travels a little better when they have just temperature, because it's a beautiful day here temperature-wise. Humidity.
I was having a bad hair day. I said the humid.
That's it.
Very humid.
You walked out of the hotel. Jonah Heim on a 2-1 pitch. Sends one in the air to center. His first playoff game here in a Rangers uniform. He's got a home run. Right. Facing a righty tonight, though, and getting the start. And following this one, fires in 0-2. Paulo Hearn has hit the ball hard during that stretch, and a good example in game. What a story, this guy. Cut loose by the Kansas City Royals, and then an out-of-nowhere start.
It's one thing when a team is struggling, which they are, but at the other pitch zone.
Times cuts it off and shovels on below.
The adrenaline's up, but the reality is you're trying to make it as easy as you can. Was coming with 2 outs in the game that they eventually came back and lost by 3.
Pitch, hot shot to right to Simeon. 2 up and pushing to help him focus better.
Yeah, and that will do it, right? There's 2 things that can happen. Crazy with 2 strikes, and you want to focus and put the hitter
for his last 41 has just looked out of sorts. But Brandon Hyde said his Hearn quickly 0-2. He goes with under 1, 2, 3. On a Corey Seager home run, the Rangers have a 1-0 strike one.
It's hard to say that the Rangers could use another guy beating him. Just like that, and if he gets unlocked, man, certainly last year he had a really good year, but the last, I don't know, 20 games.
Titty Ninth has had a good postseason. They're just no breaks. Kramer's got him to 2 strikes again. Can he finish him off this time? 2-2. On this 2-2 low, leaves a fastball up. 8th pitch of the at-bat. It'll be a 9th.
Because you're going to have to pitch perfect. He has to keep the game close, does Brandon Hyde, and he will use
first stamp on this postseason. On the 10th pitch, shoots one foul.
Oh, the pitch you're supposed to make, and that pitch was supposed to never get to the 3-2 count, and then he
11th pitch of the at-bat, sticks with a fastball, and he do it. Another fastball, and Baker's does it. Wow.
Was a cutter. To tie him up on the inside part of the plate would be the call on a foul.
Marathon reaches a 15th pitch. Then caught by Hayes. The more to throw about 90 pitches in this game. You just exhausted like 1/6 of those.
Yeah.
Brings up a guy who has not been late. Josh Young bangs a base hit into left field.
Geraldine Kramer holds dual Israeli-American citizenship, and he's pitching from his teammates and manager Brandon Hyde. He made it clear he wanted to pitch tonight.
This spot. And Dean Kramer. Dean didn't even make his high school's varsity team, and 2 years later he got drafted. Great reminder to never give up on those dreams.
Seamer combination is sneaky, simple mechanics.
Home of the 1-2. Tavares pops it up. Kramer was originally drafted by the Dodgers. Chase, strike one. Got the call there. Kramer staying away with an 0-2. On this 1-2 from Kramer. Upstairs, and the count evens up. On his way to second, Simeon with a
tough decision to make here. I almost couldn't pitch to Seager here with a base open and 2.
See what Kramer gives him.
Good catch.
The corner.
His river.
He does, and it's pulled down the line. There's actually a changeup.
Really good fastball hitter. But man, oh man, what a good piece.
Things have gone south. It's been Yank, and it's been Brandon Hyde to make the walk out there.
Down the line, so a break for the Orioles.
Second and third, and ball one on Garcia. He earned it. Action in that Orioles bullpen. Did think about it. Figured he'd be his first guy off the bench if they see a lefty.
Of Rutschman and Kramer.
Garcia. To left field. What a swing!
To get his hands to get it totally extended. See how that's middle.
Adolis Garcia, his second home run of the first 1 2/3. 7. Orioles bullpen, and then the Rangers partying 1 win away from the championship series. And well, Adolis Garcia, fan favorite here in Texas. Favorite down.
Really put pressure on an offense that struggled to score a lot of runs. And
8-9-1 for the Orioles. 0-2 pitch. Good morning, good afternoon.
Evidently, Joe, Andrew Heaney told Rangers radio broadcaster Jared Sandler Creed achieved its greatest popularity late 90s, early 2000s. Most of the
Joe Carpenter, our award-winning audio mixer.
you know what?
I've never been to a Creed concert. Summer of '99 cruise. Me and John will see it.
They can all fit on and get connected offensively has been a struggle.
I just don't know
the teams that play in it, but it is definitely a real thing. It's phenomenal.
Evaldi kicks and deals.
Days. Kind of reminds you of last year's.
Harder than the Rangers. This the base hit center field. And Gunnar Henderson.
That is a great young player that Baltimore's going to get to see for. They're going to learn a lot. through this year and this experience and these.
They've gone 91 consecutive series without getting swept since. Vivaldi struck him out his first time, trying to do so again.
Again, you know how hard it is to string 3-4 hits with 2 outs.
Tavares on the move, edge of the track. Henderson out, Mullins on.
Seeing this team.
Ball on low, and remember that inning started game. Rangers doing the big things and the little things. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Going to be in the bullpen. The reason I say gives the most fits. Oh, see that high target? Well, he didn't throw.
His 2-2 to low is cut on and missed. There's that high fastball. All about the 2-strike hitting. We've talked about the defense split.
Man, how he was dominating the count. He's going to learn from that game. I'm telling you, this is
in this series. Get it back to Baltimore.
See, the good news, bad news for the Orioles is they've held the lead for like 5 minutes, and then
Carver in that second game. Round Souvenir tracks it down.
That was as good as it gets. I mean, you don't see too many games end like that. And
just between Kershaw and Miller have gotten 2 innings total.
Feel it.
More I watch.
That's why 162
is 1-2 pitch to Leody Tavares. Got a good high fastball, but missed by 2-2. He's left watching his growth through this year, sticking in the major leagues for the first time. And Hayes to the corner with him run. The grand slam from Mitch Garver on Sunday was the 0-2.
That's been on a team that's struggling offensively, and it seems
I'd said all hands on deck. They'll figure out tomorrow if they get there.
He caught too much of the plate, but got an out.
3-1 out here. When it comes to the Orioles, things that they had done well, they were the best team in baseball with runners, with the exception of giving up a few runs in the ninth inning on Sunday. That they know it's just so hard to.
They had to grind all year because the historic start that the Rays then again had that 5-day off.
Out of the dark days. Saw Mike Elias a moment ago, who's been willing to spend. Seager and Simeon 2 off season. Another 1-2 pitch. Got him with a 50-30 on FS1.
So when the new playoff system came out, you know, I was very intrigued to see this quickly.
0 for 26.
Guess much coming into the Baltimore Orioles. If this trend continues here, 3-game sweep.
And speaking of lining up the pitching, there's a chance it looks a whole lot different. Look at that group.
It really does. You talk about strength in numbers now instead of taking a hit.
Got him, and Nathan Eovaldi. Kyle Gibson takes over in the bottom of the 4th inning. In 8 innings, he won 15 games to lead the team, and say he's been a good
pitch, that's for sure.
Pitching against top of the order here, Marcus Simeon. ERA over the last month. You have a long guy. If you have means, somebody else gets kicked. Hot shot, but caught by Westbrook.
Executing every facet of the game.
MVP chance for Seager. And the Rangers 2-1 to Seager.
And even though they didn't do a whole lot, this
it's sustainability, not jeopardizing that future by trading away your top prospects, but
the best record.
Yeah,
they did both of those things.
Right.
And so
know that they were going to be a division champ.
You don't have to win 100.
Roller to third, picked up by Westberg. The second, Ken Rosenthal, and Cedric Mullins leads off the inning and takes strike 1 from Nathan. Struck out 5. He's not walked anybody. And he's ahead 0-2. 2-2. ERA in 12 postseason games. You know, that run that he had in 2000 by Garcia. He hadn't gotten a big contract yet. He base hit for Frazier. Takes inside, ball 1.
Not as good as just natural. Like there, and use that to his advantage.
PR every time that he goes in the weight room, because how transfer.
But to pitch 12 to 15 years, you've got to be able to adjust.
Frazier, not about going to second, staggered.
I'm going to say that no, he's not up yet. Never mind.
Gunnar Henderson's up right now. Postseason 4 for 10 with a home run. Tops of those baseball cleats. Here comes the throw from Garcia, not in time.
Needed that.
Drives in another.
The Baltimore Orioles needed problem at home plate, but great anticipation with two. Got him in the eye. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, first pitch.
11 plate appearances, has not swung at the first pitch, make it 12. That's who he's been.
Me and hit it a long ways.
And the story behind that. 1-2. Rutschman fouls it off and stays alive. Chase advance pass first. 2 singles here in the 5th. Plating the first run.
Oh, he got his pitch. See that split finger grip, and see how that ball just kind of hovers over the. That's not where the split.
Another 1-2. Oh, just foul. Rutschman shoots it foul again.
Bounces. That's the pitch you got to look to get.
Force struck Rutschman out in the first inning. Backhand at second, Simeon, and he gets Rutschman. 6-1, they lead. In the postseason, Adolis Garcia, 3-run home run in that fight.
For homers, but he has made the most of the mistake.
Energy that he brings.
Yeah, the theme of this game.
There's 2 on pitch, chops it foul. The count evens 2-2.
That's what it would look like,
except with a bat.
Yeah.
2-2 to Garcia. He's down swinging and count.
Yeah, they in the season.
2 runs a game over the
here.
Evan Carter muscles this one to short, and having to actually go down to St. Pete to play that wild card round instead of going, because like you said, it was scuffling. They go down to Tampa and take off.
That's a tough way to do it. He's one of the best managers. He's a Hall of Fame manager, and he was the right guy for.
Mullins is there, and 3-4-5 against Nathan Eovaldi in a 6-1 game. Anthony Santander, 2.
Everyone talks about homers, and there's no doubt when you out homer your team, you are 8.
Team record when it started to go 6+ win.
Starting pitching to go 6, 7, 8 innings, and
Brian Mountcastle shoots his ball to first. Easy one.
In those games had
in September, and so instead of sending him on those rehab starts today, you're going to go through it here.
Right.
Tom Seager, that is a 1-2-3-6 here to Texas for a year and a half. The big way.
At a bat again, got him more locked in, and who knows what the rest of the postseason is going to be.
Times, but the gap has room.
This man is so strong, and he can put on a unbelievable
top of the bottom of the order here at Tavares. Taking just outside. Nathaniel Lowe is there by Mountcastle. Round number 2. Simeon. Kenny, he
A bit short, talented, but not.
And this team is 9 outs away.
Once, and he's keeping the ball down.
7 years in the
2 hole-in-ones on the same round. The Nationals went on to.
Next one wins. First to 12, as they say. 4 times for Kyle Hayes. Second stint in Texas. He was around the last time.
Fastball paint.
Nathaniel Lowe is a
Lock.
Yeah, they can bludgeon. They have pitched as well.
Was just a little. Yankees swept by the Astros. This year, a bit short, talented.
Active losing streaks in the postseason since the Minnesota Twins. 0-2. Pitch. Right, they got him for Nathan Eovaldi.
Ton of games on
with the bats, but this is his 19th consecutive. They hang on to this 3-2. Now it just does hang on here.
You know, no player, every one of them secretly would like their crosstown rival.
Happens, we're gonna get in there and get
film crew and everything.
Film crew,
let's document
somebody
this
with a
thing.
guitar. 10th pitch here, 3-2. They got 4 runs in the first inning. Did the Astros today. Clincher in the wild card round. Over there with Jordan Montgomery and with Jacob DeGrom. They did. Eovaldi and DeGrom being the headliners of that group. But there were 4 starting pitchers here. What it is now, and then what it could be in the AL.
It's real, Joe. And when the Texas Rangers put Jon Gray on the injured list, the final, maybe an inning if they got to a game 4.
Left base hit for Garver.
Comes very deep and very versatile. Remember, they have Andrew Heaney, they have Dane Dunning.
The starters' workloads, but that's going to allow Bruce Bochy one of the.
There's time to figure that out. You get to test.
5 runs second.
This guy's got an unbelievable arm.
That's in the first game, and he's going to be part of the good future as well. Got him with a back issue. Came up in late August for good in his day.
And I bet you
Started on August 26th, this long trip, and played 3 days after that. To the big leagues a week after that. Otis Chapman getting ready as Carter takes strike 2.
It's supposed to happen. Credit those guys.
Strike 3 call. DL Hall in the game here in Texas. Jorge Mateo pinch hitting for Adam Frazier and facing over the weekend in Baltimore. How many times have we seen that? Bruce is 1-1 to Mateo.
Tonight percentage out of Eovaldi was in the 70%, which is really
2-2 back to 2000. Andy Pettitte, game 2 of the World Series in 2001.
I mean, it's hard to do in the postseason because of the intensity and everything.
Finish off Mateo, back to the top, and Gunnar Henderson. Chapman deals on the corner.